I would say he's alive. Oh, all this cat hair. Hey guys, Peter here. Welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you have been asking me, all right, let's be real, like 2 of you have been asking me what my healthcare experience and all my extracurriculars were from my medical school applications. So I thought I would share that with you today. I have my resume with all my activities on here, and I'm going to be going through what I did, how long I did each activity for, as well as the verbatim description that I wrote in AMCAS and my aacomas application. So let's get started. I'm just gonna take this off. I'm not worthy. So right now I am an online writing tutor for a company called Brainfuse, and what I wrote was I provided editing and proofreading services to clients seeking guidance with papers ranging from creative writing, personal statements, academic literature, medical journals, etc. I also advised clients in methods to improve writing and organization, development, grammar, and all associated paper formats. And I did that from October 2019 to present. I still do it to this day. It has been affected by the virus, so I don't see a lot of submissions as before, but whenever I have time, I check, and if there's a submission, then I'll go ahead and do it. So after that, I used to work at a math learning center. I was a math tutor, and this is what I wrote in my application. I educated students grades K through 12 with learning fundamental mathematical skills, including but not limited to numerical fluency, pre-algebra, algebra 1 and 2, and trig. I also assisted students with after-school homework as well as upcoming academic quizzes and standardized test prep. And I did this from September 2019 through January 2020. So, and I know what you're gonna say. But Peter, that's not healthcare related. True, but admissions likes to see well-rounded applicants. So you wanna have both healthcare experience and stuff that really doesn't have anything to do with it. So after that, I was an ER scribe at a hospital in a rather rural area, and this was with a company called Scribe America. And what I wrote verbatim was accompanied physician during patient consultations and documented HPI, personal medical history, the review of systems, and bedside physical examinations on an EMR database. And I also maintained professional composure and delivered organized, articulate responses to emergency providers in an extremely stressful work environment. And this I gathered exactly 517 hours of total clinical experience. I don't know exactly why I put 517, but I guess I just quit as soon as I hit the 17 mark. And I did this from August 2018 through January of 2019. So after that, I was EMT-B, EMT Basic for my undergraduate campus. They had like a student-run organization. And this I wrote that I provided emergency medical treatment, proper handling and transferring of patients on campus when on call, as well as obtaining pertinent medical information. And this, I didn't work a whole lot on as an EMT, guys. I gathered 144 hours of volunteering, so I didn't get paid, and being on duty. And so after that, I was a public health research assistant also at my undergraduate college. And for this, I wrote that I analyzed adolescent alcohol usage using literature because that was the topic being studied to aid in the development of studies led by Dr. Blank at my college's Health, Medicine, and Society department. And I also coded data, aided in literature review, found and recreated tables and measures, and I reviewed the current IRB proposals and helped review and beta test peer health surveys. So I did this from January through May of 2018. So after that, I was also a child development lab researcher, also at my college. And for this, I wrote facilitated laboratory research on child behavior and varying social situations led by Dr. Blank. at the psychology department, and I also compiled and coded data that was recorded and made information usable for further research, analysis, and studies. So it sounds really fancy, but it really wasn't. It was very simple. I would just complete tasks. That's my cat. Just complete tasks that was given to me by the instructor, and it was very simple. So if you guys can secure something like that during a semester of your college or even after post grad, then you should be set. So after this, I was a hospital elder life program intern. Basically a fancy word of saying a candy striper or just a volunteer at a hospital. Basically, I would go around and, actually, let me just read this for you. Ensured the comfort of elderly patients by routine social safety visits, gathered 300 volunteering hours. I assisted CNAs and RNs in the ICU with turning patients, changing beds, and even feeding if necessary. I also initiated walks with patients, routine exercises, and other various direct hands-on patient care. And so I did this from May through August of 2016. So this was in the summer. And then after that, I was another tutor. This was just a basic academic tutor for a company called America Reads. My cat is crazy. For this, I tutored students in reading, writing, and math during and after class at an elementary school as well as a middle school. And I assisted students with their homework as well as other activities as part of the after-school homework club. And this, I acquired 500 hours. And so other stuff that I put under leadership was I was a station manager for my college's EMS, or the student-run EMT organization. And it's basically I just managed the station, overlooked and stocked supplies whenever necessary. And then I was also in 2 acapella groups. This is where your extra stuff really matters because it kind of sets you apart, makes you unique. So if you guys have the chance to join any like kind of random stuff, I encourage you to do so because it is a great conversation starter when you have interviews and just makes you stand apart from other applicants. And so those things for me was being in 2 acapella groups. One was an all-male acapella group and the other one was a co-ed one. And I was also in a fraternity called Phi Delta Theta, as well as a community service fraternity called Alpha Phi Omega. And so that is it, guys. Those are all the extracurriculars and healthcare experience and volunteering hours, blah, 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 that I did. It's not a lot, but it is enough to have gotten noticed, and it's definitely not an exhaustive list. But I did get 9 overall interviews as well as 3 acceptances, and I can confidently say my grades and my MCAT score were not a big reason for that. So I do have strong reason to believe that it was my personal statement as well as my extracurriculars. So if you guys are interested in reading my personal statement, then go on over and check my video. I read every single thing out for you, verbatim what I submitted to them. But yeah, other than that, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked what you saw and heard today, please share and subscribe, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Peace.